Did you know some of the most common things in your house could explode? Today, we're counting down 7 everyday items with explosive potential, right from your kitchen, bathroom, and garage. We'll break down the science, the hidden dangers, and the wild chemistry behind these household hazards. Get ready. You'll never look at your stuff the same way again. Buckle up and let's dive into the countdown. Number 7, sugar. That's right, the seemingly innocent sweet crystals we sprinkle in our coffee or use in our favorite desserts. But don't let its deliciousness fool you. That's right, the sweet stuff in your kitchen can be dangerously explosive. It sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? The real risk isn't from sugar cubes, those solid, relatively stable blocks of sweetness. The danger lurks in a much finer form, but from fine sugar dust, think powdered sugar, the kind you dust on donuts, or even more critically, airborne particles in factories where sugar is processed on a massive scale. When sugar dust is suspended in the air, creating a cloud of combustible particles, and meets a spark, even a tiny one, it can ignite in a violent dust explosion. The results can be catastrophic, turning a seemingly harmless substance into a destructive force. Each tiny particle, individually insignificant, reacts rapidly with oxygen in the air. This rapid oxidation creates a chain reaction that can demolish buildings, causing widespread destruction and devastation. Industrial sugar dust explosions are not just theoretical possibilities. They have caused massive damage, severe injuries, and even fatalities throughout history. The chemistry behind this phenomenon: sugar is a carbohydrate, a compound made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. These elements, when combined in a specific way, create the sweet substance we all know and love. But when it burns in dust form, with a vast surface area exposed to oxygen, the reaction is explosive, releasing a tremendous amount of energy in a very short time. Confinement makes it worse, amplifying the explosive potential. This is because as pressure builds up rapidly within an enclosed space, it has nowhere to escape, leading to a more powerful and destructive blast. While your kitchen isn't likely to explode from a stray sugar spill, thankfully, it's a reminder of the incredible amount of stored energy packed in everyday substances that we often take for granted. Even a chef flambeing with powdered sugar to create a dazzling dessert can inadvertently create a mini fireball, demonstrating the principle on a smaller, controlled scale. The key elements for this phenomenon to occur: fine particles, the right concentration of dust in the air, and an ignition source, something to set off the chain reaction. That's why industrial sites that handle large quantities of sugar use strict dust control measures and spark prevention protocols for a very good reason. So, next time you sprinkle sugar on your cereal or into your tea, remember its explosive secret and the power hidden within those tiny crystals. It's wild, isn't it? That something so sweet, so commonplace, can be so dangerous under the right, or rather, the wrong conditions. Number 7, sugar. Who knew it had such a potentially explosive personality? On to number 6. Let's see what other seemingly harmless things are secretly waiting to surprise us. Number 6, flour. A seemingly harmless ingredient, essential for baking and cooking around the world. But don't let its everyday use fool you. Just like sugar, flour dust is highly flammable. Under the right conditions, it can become a serious hazard, and surprisingly can cause devastating explosions. History is filled with examples of flour mills and bakeries being leveled by this phenomenon. Flour is made of fine organic particles, mainly starch. These tiny particles are the key to understanding its explosive potential. When airborne and mixed with oxygen, it forms a combustible cloud. The increased surface area of the individual particles allows for rapid combustion. A single spark in a flour mill or even static electricity can trigger a violent explosion, turning a seemingly benign substance into a destructive force, blowing out walls and collapsing buildings. The pressure wave generated by such an explosion is immense. Even pouring flour can create a cloud of particles that lingers in the air, albeit at a much smaller and safer scale. Industrial settings with lots of flour dust are especially risky, requiring strict safety protocols to prevent catastrophic events. Once ignited, the explosion is rapid and powerful, consuming the flour dust in a fraction of a second, creating a shock wave that destroys structures. The force is similar to that of a conventional explosive. Modern mills use advanced dust collection systems, constantly removing flour particles from the air, and explosion venting to prevent disasters, redirecting the force of an explosion away from critical structures. Science teachers sometimes demonstrate this with a puff of flour over a candle, a small-scale example of the principle at work. Imagine that on a massive scale, with tons of flour suspended in the air. The potential for destruction is immense. Your kitchen is safe, as long as you're not creating massive flour clouds and introducing open flames. But the principle is fascinating and a little scary. It highlights the hidden dangers that can exist in everyday materials. The same ingredient that makes bread rise, providing us with sustenance and comfort, can also act like an explosive under specific conditions. It's a powerful reminder of the importance of understanding the properties of the materials we use. It's all about surface area. The more surface area exposed to oxygen, more area means faster combustion, leading to a rapid and potentially explosive reaction. Next time you bake, remember, respect the power of this seemingly simple ingredient. Flour power is real, a force to be reckoned with, both in the kitchen and in industrial settings. Number 6, flour. A reminder that even the most common substances can hold surprising secrets. Ready for number 5? Let's keep going. The world is full of unexpected dangers and fascinating scientific principles. It only gets crazier from here. Prepare to be amazed by the hidden forces all around us. Number 5, your aerosol deodorant. That can of freshness is basically a mini-bomb under the wrong conditions. Most aerosol deodorants use flammable propellants like butane or propane. Spray it near a flame, and you've got an instant fireball. The can is pressurized. If punctured or heated, it can explode violently. Leaving a can in a hot car turns it into a ticking time bomb. If it explodes, shrapnel and a fireball can result. There are countless videos of people dangerously experimenting with aerosol cans. Don't try it. The combination of flammable gas and high pressure is a recipe for disaster. Treat your deodorant can with respect. Don't puncture, incinerate, or overheat it. The warnings on the label are there for a reason. It's easy to forget, but that can is a small, contained, flammable gas system. Number 5, deodorant. Your morning routine just got more extreme. What's next? You won't believe number 4. Let's keep going. Stay safe. Number 4, every aerosol can in your house. Hairspray, spray paint, air freshener, whipped cream, they all have explosive potential. These cans contain a product and a flammable propellant under pressure. Heat them up or puncture them, and you risk a violent explosion. Leave a can in the sun or near a heater, and the pressure can build until it bursts. If the propellant ignites, you get a fireball. This is called a BLEV, boiling liquid expanding vapor explosion. Never throw aerosol cans into a fire or incinerator. Even a small puncture can cause a dangerous jet of gas and product. Every can is a tiny pressure vessel. Handle with care. The warnings, do not puncture or incinerate, was our critical safety instructions. Ignoring them can lead to serious injury or worse. We use these cans daily, but the danger is always present. Number 4, aerosol cans. Respect the science and the potential energy inside. Always store and use them safely. On to number 3. Let's keep the countdown rolling. Number 3, lithium-ion batteries. They power your phone, laptop, and more, but can explode if damaged or misused. These batteries contain a flammable electrolyte. If short-circuited, overcharged, or crushed, they can enter thermal runaway. The battery heats up uncontrollably, leading to swelling, smoke, fire, or even an explosion. News stories of phones or hoverboards catching fire? That's lithium-ion batteries gone wrong. Physical damage, like dropping your device, can trigger disaster. Swelling is a warning sign. Stop using the device immediately. Overcharging or using cheap chargers increases the risk. Always use certified chargers and treat devices with care. Manufacturing defects can also cause explosions, leading to massive recalls. The energy density makes these batteries powerful and dangerous. Never puncture or disassemble a lithium-ion battery. If your device gets hot or the battery swells, get it checked by a professional. Number 3, lithium-ion batteries. Powerful, essential, and potentially explosive. The countdown is heating up. Ready for number 2? Number 2, gasoline. A ubiquitous fuel that powers much of our modern lives, but also a substance that demands our utmost respect and caution. We use it every day, fueling our cars, our lawnmowers, and countless other machines that make our lives easier. But its vapors are incredibly explosive. It's a characteristic that makes it so useful, but also so dangerous. The danger isn't the liquid itself, although it's certainly flammable, but the vapors, those invisible fumes that rise from the surface. These vapors are heavier than air and can accumulate in low spots, creating a potentially explosive atmosphere in confined spaces. Think of garages, basements, or even just a small depression in the ground. A single spark, no matter how small, can ignite gasoline vapors, turning a seemingly harmless situation into a catastrophe. This can cause a massive explosion or flash fire, spreading rapidly and causing extensive damage and potential injuries. Your car's engine uses controlled explosions. That's how it generates power and gets you from place to place. Now imagine that happening outside the engine, uncontrolled and unexpected. The results can be devastating. Even a small spill, something that might seem insignificant, can release enough vapor to create a dangerous situation. It doesn't take much to create a hazard. Static electricity at the gas pump is a real risk. A spark can jump from your hand to the pump. Always touch your car to discharge static before fueling. It's a simple precaution that can prevent a serious accident. Cigarettes, of course, are a major ignition source and are strictly prohibited near gasoline. Sparks from tools, even a small spark from metal striking concrete or hot exhaust pipes, can all ignite gasoline vapors. Be mindful of any potential heat sources. Storing gasoline improperly in unapproved containers, especially in enclosed spaces like a garage or basement, is a recipe for disaster, creating a dangerous buildup of fumes. The pressure wave from a gasoline explosion can travel at incredible speeds and can demolish walls and cause severe injuries. It's a force to be reckoned with. Always use approved containers designed specifically for gasoline storage, and store gasoline in well-ventilated areas, away from living spaces and potential ignition sources. Never use your phone while refueling. The electronic components could potentially generate a spark. Stay focused on the task at hand, paying attention to your surroundings and any potential hazards, and stay safe by following all posted safety guidelines and using common sense. Gasoline powers our world, enabling transportation and countless other essential functions, but it demands respect. Treat it with the caution it deserves and you can avoid potential disaster. Number 2, gasoline. A powerful and essential fuel. Handle with extreme care and always be aware of the potential dangers. We're down to number 1, the most dangerous item on our list. Let's see what tops the list and discover the ultimate danger. Number 1, airbags. Designed to explode, they're a critical safety feature in every modern car. In a crash, sensors trigger a chemical propellant, often sodium azide, to rapidly produce nitrogen gas. The airbag inflates in milliseconds, cushioning you before impact. It's a precisely engineered explosion, contained within the airbag. The force is immense, which is why airbags can cause minor injuries, but they save lives. The whole process, from crash detection to inflation, happens in about 20-40 milliseconds. The chemicals used are potent, but the engineering ensures safety. Airbags only deploy in specific crash conditions. They won't just go off randomly. It's wild to think there's an explosive device in front of you every time you drive. Airbags are a perfect example of harnessing explosive chemistry for good. Number 1, airbags. A controlled explosion that saves lives. Everyday technology, extraordinary science. Absolutely fascinating. There you have it. 7 everyday items with explosive potential, from sugar and flour to batteries, gasoline, and airbags. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you learned something new, subscribe and hit the bell for more mind-blowing facts. Stay safe, and remember, even the most ordinary things can pack a punch. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Boom!